Does the MTV News segment still start with do?
Well, we're gonna now use that to start it. So
But wait, didn't they have like a couple of songs? Like, there's like some like 90s songs.
I mean, everyone here is too young to even know. I'm so old. I'm like Norman Lear. Like, where's Kurt Loder?
Yeah, where's Kurt Loder
Where's Kurt Loder? I want to talk to him about the grunge movement. What is the demographic of MTV News?
It's changing right now. I think.
It's actively changing for the worst. Where's Kurt Loder?
Hey, man.
Yeah, Kurt Loder.
Is that not cool to say?
Well, no, I've been reincarnated. I was Kurt. Now I'm Josh.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good job. Nice
I
choice.
am, of course, joined by the creators and cast of Rick and Morty. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
A pleasure. You guys, there's a lot of love. There's been a lot of love for this show, a lot of anticipation. How does it feel? Was this like an anticipatory moment for you to come back to Comic-Con?
Everything's anticipatory for me because remember that was my Sam Christensen.
That's your essence.
That's my essence. Yeah,
Is anticipation.
anticipation.
Carp and all
that's
them
your
DMs.
Anticipation.
Yeah.
So much so that I'll go to a store and see a thing and then I'll buy it online just so I can anticipate it coming in the mail.
That's your secret
It's
word.
a problem.
In case people don't know, the secret word today.
Follow the tracking number.
Anticipatory. Sorry. And when you hear it scream real loud, remember from that one show?
Yeah, that show. The great one.
Yeah. Sorry. No. Wait.
Well, it's absolutely. I mean, it's a huge. Rick and Morty and Comic-Con kind of go hand in hand for us. I think.
Yeah.
Even though, and the tough thing about it has been the show's taken so long to make that sometimes you're at Comic-Con with nothing to share with people because you're like, well, we'll have something next year.
Right.
Or you'll have seen it, but
it's gonna be good.
But now it's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
Now we've gone from like starving for content to knowing that we've got 70 to go.
which
Ooh, this
means
is starting to
guaranteed
feel
backlash, which is
feeling very
fine.
ominous.
What's the backlash?
Because if
Just
Breaking
don't
Bad,
listen to those people.
If Breaking Bad got picked up for 100 episodes, you'd be like, okay, I'm allowed to not like the next season of Breaking Bad in advance.
gonna
You'd be like,
have
I think
another-
I'll scrutinize this because I'm not worried about saving it.
Yeah.
Like-
and then maybe in the last 5 I'll come back around to it or something.
Chuck never had to worry about backlash. Community, no backlash. Always on the bubble.
Right.
Always an underdog.
Always
70 episode pickup.
Always almost gonna be
guaranteed
very
backlash.
luxurious. Yeah, that you get another
Clearly
10
4
episodes.
optimists on my couch here today. So, like,
But I'm also saying it optimistically. I'm like, it's good. It's like you can have a healthy relationship with the show now. You can hate the next season. We're not going to get fired.
Actually, they're trying to get you to hate them.
And by the way, we're making sure
Yeah.
the next season really sucks.
It really
No.
sucks.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. It's a really good
It's
season.
really good.
So one of the beauties, though, I would imagine, of knowing you have this much material that you can deliver is like, you've always gone for chances. It's not like you're going down a tried and true, like normal kind of path. But do you feel like licensed now to do whatever the hell you want, essentially? On the next
we
batch?
always
We always felt that. That was the great
Always.
thing about Mike Lanzo and Adult Swim, and I
Yeah.
mean that was from the get-go. That was the great thing about the
Yeah.
show. I think that's why it's successful because you can feel that bliss
Yeah.
coming from a younger version of me and Justin, where we're like, nothing is at stake here. Adult Swim has asked us to do what we really want to do, and so we've never felt restrained doing the show.
Who do you think feels more pressure to deliver new content, you guys or George R.R. Martin?
Well, I heard a rumor that probably has no truth behind it that he's been waiting for the show to wrap up.
For your show to wrap up?
No.
He's been anticipating that.
He's like, you know what? As soon as Rick and Morty's done, I'll finish the book.
Like, I'll finish the rest of that
obviously,
Game of Thrones
the
franchise.
HBO,
Yes.
Game of Thrones. The rumor, and again, I have
What's
no
the
idea if
rumor?
this is true. Is
Let's
that
start it. Yep.
he
starting it
he
today.
knew what the book, the final book was going to be, but he was like, I'm gonna wait till the show's done. And
It's
then
a
and then I'll write it.
conspiracy theory, but it
Yeah.
resonates because if you were George R.R. Martin, wouldn't you do that? You take
Just wait.
D&D, our good friends who speak very highly of Rick and Morty. We love the Game of Thrones guys. Like,
Yeah, Dan
but
and
you
David.
imagine George R.R. like he would take them to dinner and go, "Here's the thing. I was thinking about." He's eating while he's talking. He's like, I was thinking, like she's the daughter of the Mad King. She'd probably go crazy too. And they're like, okay, and they're writing it all down. And then he's like, all right. And then he like watches them float it out there.
Right. They're doing the work.
And then
for
everyone's
him.
like, I don't like that. And he's like, it wasn't my
That
idea.
wasn't my idea. I'm gonna
I
write
wasn't
it
gonna do that.
Wait till you read my book.
It's the most expensive focus grouping that's ever been done.
It's the most expensive focus group ever.
Listen, he might be a genius. I don't know.
I
Like,
think
you
he
know.
might be a little bit.
But yeah.
So so what have you mapped out your final? Have you drunkenly?
No,
You know the
no,
other-
dude.
Are you just trying to
No, I mean we're breaking
sort it
story
out
for
here,
season
Tom?
5, so
Yeah.
but no, we don't think that far ahead. I mean, if we did, then the show would probably suck. I think maybe, I don't know.
Have you kind of cracked the code in terms of like getting this on the regular, getting into more of a flow now where it is going to come on a more regular basis?
We have, because that's production oriented. And it's like, I've always thought, like, Justin is a very OCD oriented guy. Left to his own devices, Justin, like, in the first 3 seasons, like, he's the last guy that should be thinking about schedule, but he's also the first guy, and it's not even like he enjoys it, but it's like it
You just get
appeals
all
to his
like
personality.
freaked out about it.
He would come into the office and talk to the line producer, and then he would come into the writers' room and go, "Okay, well, if the next episode's out by November, then oh geez," and I'd be like, you shouldn't be doing this. Right. This is that you're not a numbers man.
That's not what you're here for.
Yeah, no, it was
Enjoy
not something that I should be.
process.
And so we
a part of it at all.
finally got it to a place where, I mean, we have this guy, we have this paladin that we've brought in, Scott Murder, worked on Always Sunny, and he's a Boy Scout, and he's a hard worker, and he's like, his job is to keep the show on schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always said to Justin, like, if we're an hour late to work, the show shouldn't be an hour behind schedule.
Yeah.
It can be an hour worse.
Right.
It could be an hour less funny,
Right.
like if we're so talented, but we can fix that. Later.
Yeah, no, I mean, we in the edit bay, we'll just fix that. We'll make up for that hour.
So
and
I
then-
do-
Turn the
so-
dial to a higher funny
Yeah,
level.
exactly.
So I say with a
Just
lot
make
of
it up later.
enthusiasm to all of the fans, as long as you had to wait for season 4, you will never have to wait that long again. And if that sounds familiar, because maybe I promised that after season 3, the thing is,
We didn't do
season
that.
4 wasn't actually as late as it seems because, again, and I'm not complaining about this at all, it's just a fact that a year and a half of the time between seasons
Right.
3 and 4 was Justin and I renewing our contract.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was very crucial and very difficult, and it was during a gigantic merger of the 2 companies that own the world.
Right.
And it's all done now. Now we can
Yeah.
grow old and die while making Rick and Morty. From
Yeah.
the
God darn it, I can't wait to die.
There's our pull
After
floor.
all
God
There we
that.
go.
darn it.
Anticipates everything, including death.
Oh my God, that's not
Bring it
even
right
a
around.
joke.
Let's talk about your new wonderful season. We know some things. We know some guest voices. What can we talk about in terms of what we can expect?
Well, I'm going to be doing this guy a lot.
Yeah, no, the new neighbor that moves in across
Kathleen
the street.
Turner, Sam Neill, Taika Waititi,
Paul Giamatti.
Matthew Broderick.
Wait, Matthew.
Do, 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 do,
I didn't
do,
know that
do,
one.
do.
That one's a new one. that popped up.
They got
Did
a
it
big
right
one. Can I
now.
drop the big one that we haven't dropped yet?
Yes, you
No,
can.
I
Yeah,
can't.
you
No,
definitely
she's
can.
saying no, I can't. No.
You can rhyme with it.
No,
You
no,
know?
no, I can't.
Wait,
do
what's
it.
the big one?
Well,
it's fine
later,
to talk
later.
about now.
I don't. I'll tell you after.
Kurt Loder?
You're not allowed. Yeah.
Kurt Loder. God darn it, it's Kurt Loder. They're so mad at me now.
You
He's the
can't-
new neighbor
you
across
can't
the
drop-
street.
No, shh.
Oh,
It's too far.
You run this show.
I
You
don't
can
even
do
know
what
why
you
I'm
want. You're a
getting
big boy.
shushing.
we gotta get Kurt Loder on the show for real though. Where is he?
We did just have the lovely cast of Riverdale in here.
Oh, what did Riverdale say? What?
Okay, so Camila in particular,
Yeah,
who I
yeah,
know
yeah.
you guys have corresponded with, is really she wants in.
She wants to do a voice on Rick and Morty.
And she says she can do.
Oh, she would be
has a
great.
range.
Yeah.
So-
No, of course, she's awesome. Yeah.
I mean, it should be said
What
that
would her range be? She should just do like a Riverdale.
She can do like
impersonation
a
of herself
hello.
on
My
the-
name is Camila Mendez.
it writes itself.
Just like that.
Yeah.
This is my voice on Rick and Morty.
Let's speak to the fans of this show. From Daniel Radcliffe to Kanye West, we don't get any more ends of the
Diverse than those
spectrum.
two.
This is what I'm saying.
That's
It's
pretty
just
diverse.
uniting people together.
I just wrote a road
The
trip
plan is
movie
just
with
like,
those
sure.
guys. They're
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Radcliffe's
You
mom's
wrote a-
died.
you wrote a road
Kanye
trip
wants to
movie
spread
for
the
both of
ashes.
them?
Yeah.
That's the next global blockbuster as far as I'm concerned.
I think it's gonna be great.
That'd
I
be
would
awesome,
say, can I
man.
just do a side
Kanye's gonna
part,
start
or
acting.
just, like,
That's
be on the-
Kanye in some big budget blockbuster movies.
Give the inside
With
scoop.
Daniel Radcliffe,
How
though. It's
close
only
are-
gonna work if
How
Daniel
close are you
Radcliffe's
with
there
Kanye
too.
now? Is there
I
active
mean,
development?
I've hung out with him a couple times. He's a really cool dude. Yeah, and Dan and I, we still haven't been able to schedule it, but we're supposed to go hang with him and talk about a Kanye episode of Rick and Morty for some season that, like we said, we've got a lot of episodes coming up. Yeah. I'm really excited about it.
I'm totally down with it. Like
Does
I
Kanye
mean,
West get to be God?
He can do whatever he wants.
He got it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, Kanye can do it. Like, that's the thing. We need to sit down with him and be like, how involved do you want to be?
Yeah.
Because if you want, you can do it all. Like, you can just direct, write. Blah, blah. But like Dan and I were just like, we just need to build a very sturdy, thick frame around the Kanye episode. So it's like, okay, this is the Kanye episode, right? And then I think, I don't know, we might be way jumping the gun continuing to talk about this because, again, we have not sat down and hung out and brainstormed and figured it out with them. But
here, let's just get it out.
Yeah. Is Kanye here? Oh.
Yes. He just pops out.
But the ideal scenario would be that it's we're all happy and but Kanye can kind of do whatever he wants to do, and I would love it to have some music in it.
Yeah.
Speaking
For
of music,
sure.
have you guys seen the Cats trailer? Has it inspired any ideas?
You know what? It might. We saw it on the bus here, and my lord,
Who was it that watched it? Was it Schraub or was it you that watched the Cats trailer? You're like, the one thing they should have changed were the faces.
That was me.
You? I'm like, wait, Justin, the thing that you didn't like about Cats was the faces?
Well, no, I was just
you wanted to look like cats.
Well, no, my whole thing was isn't the the kind of cheap makeup and human faces a byproduct of the medium that it was? It was like Broadway. It's like, okay, we got to work with what we got, and then they make a movie, and instead they CGI the bodies. But then there's just human faces.
If they were cats,
they're actually on all 10
Why
cars
not make
anyway,
them
they're
cool
just
cat
standing.
faces?
Well, you want to recognize Taylor Swift, I guess.
But also,
Exactly.
I don't understand the making
All right,
them
well,
the
watch.
size
Let's
of the.
see. Maybe I'm wrong. I
Or
hope I
the
don't lose
scale.
that $2 million I invested in it. I got a producer credit.